So I'm going to start off right now and say, Chaps here hates when I get political. I'm just going to go ahead and say,
I do. I can't stand it.
Brittany Griner can suck a dick because that song is beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Nothing gets me pumped up more than the national anthem. I literally love that song.
You put me in a predicament. I got to stand at the POA.
Yeah, you do. What's going on, Matt Starn? You got POA.
That's right. How's it going?
Welcome back to another Sunday with the Scuttlebutt Podcast, TSP. Me and Chaps are here with Ben Orrock. He's in his 18th year of the Marine Corps, still active duty.
Hoorah!
I want to give a shout out to our Patreon members. Thank you very much. If you're listening, go ahead and if you like to support us. If you like our content, this content is not cheap. It costs us money. So please feel free to join Patreon. $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever you can afford. We don't care. $1, like just whatever. And with that said, Chaps is he's traveling again today.
I'm right. Yeah, I'm in Virginia right now with a 3rd Battalion, 8th Marine India Company reunion with all of my warriors. There's only about 9 or 10 of them here, but it's been fun, and I'm tired, and I got to drive home to Tennessee tomorrow, leaving at 05. So I'm very excited.
Excellent. Last week, Combat Chaps did the episode in a closet.
In a closet, I did. I swear to God, it was in a hotel, and that was the only room that they had, and so I did it from a closet, from a broom closet. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then he came out of the closet.
And then I came out of the closet. So there you go.
I'm new here. I couldn't say it.
Yeah, you can say it. You can say whatever you want. So TSP, the Scuttlebutt, what we do is we get veteran stories every Sunday evening. We are lucky enough to sit with a veteran and get their life story. It's our honor that you're here with us. We appreciate you coming on. And 18 years in the Marine Corps, that's pretty impressive. So we are going to start with young Ben Orrock. Where did you grow up? Where'd you grow up?
Where are you from, man?
How did you end up in the Marine Corps? Give us the rundown.
Sure. So I was born in Napa in Northern California.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So born and raised.
Beautiful. I love Napa. God, I love Napa.
Me too. But I'm a little biased. But yes, I'm a California boy through and through. So I love to be back here at Camp Pendleton. I've always loved it here on the West Coast. But yeah, grew up in Winters, California. So it's about an hour away from Napa. Then when I was, 17, is when I did the DEP and signed the paperwork. I always knew I wanted to be a Marine. I knew I didn't want to go to college. And I wanted to get out of my house as fast as possible. So because I didn't want to take, direction from my teachers and direction from my parents, I thought the Marine Corps would be a better option. Huge wake-up call. Going to boot camp in 2004. And
so did I.
What's that?
I went to Paris Island in 2004. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. So I went to San Diego boy.
Hollywood.
That's right. So joined in 2004. After that, went to MCT, obviously on the West Coast. And then I was a network administrator initially. Nice. And then just went through that pipeline all the way up until now in the Marine Corps.
Right on.
Wow.
That's what I do for a living right now. Been doing it for 25 years. After I got out of the Navy, became a network administrator.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. And I kind of what I do now. I run an operations center. So I've always stayed in that pipeline.
Yeah.
Wow. What battalion were you in boot camp?
3rd Battalion.
3rd Herd. Nice. Very nice. 2nd.
Okay.
But I went to Paris Island where real Marines are made.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Matt Starn, I had to say that. I'm sorry, man.
We get it all the time. Yeah. I have to say though, because comparing the two, right? From being completely objective, it's a good thing for Marines to talk shit about, right? East Coast versus West Coast. when I heard that Marines at Parris Island had sand fleas on their face, I'm like,
yeah, that's true.
You win. to try to stand at the POA, in formation, and I remember having nothing on my face and trying not to you're doing everything to have bearing and do what you need to do. I couldn't imagine a flea on my face or a sand flea or a fly, whatever it is.
You guys got mountains. You guys got, we got the sand fleas, and dude, it's like a jungle. It's South Carolina, man. It sucks.
Yeah. I mean, when we talk about MCT and Camp Pendleton and the mountains and all that kind of stuff, we win.
Yeah, Mount MFer, right? Or what's it called, the Reaper?
There's a ton. Yeah, well, yes, boot camp. Yeah, the Reaper.
Okay.
All over Camp Pendleton, there's huge mountain, awesome terrain for running and everything, hiking, humping. Yeah.
Damn.
So I have a question about Northern California, where you're from. How far away were you from Alameda, California?
Alameda? I don't know. I feel like everything's not away. I don't. I'm not too sure.
It's a little island.
They don't know.
My family's screaming at me
They
now.
don't know where it is, okay? He asks this question all the time. Nobody knows where Alameda is.
Great place. I love it. That's an awesome place. It's 47 minutes away.
That's what I was thinking, that it's no longer a base, but it was Naval Air Station, Alameda, California.
Fleek, I'm just kidding, man. I mean, that was where the Carl Vinson was, and that was Commander Fleek's. That was his pride and joy. The best attack carrier that the Navy has to offer is a USS Carl Vinson, and that's what Fleek was on.
Out of Alameda.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the San Francisco Bay. It's Alameda's an island right off of Oakland, California.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, driving there versus how the crow flies is a little bit different, depending on traffic, but that's it. It's probably an hour.
Yeah. Right on.
I guess.
So, Master Sergeant, where did you deploy to?
So I first did a pump with the 15th MEU. And we just did a Westpac. That was in 2008, so that was a good time to go. I mean, obviously way pre-COVID. These MEUs they're doing now, like the COVID MEUs, they are rough because I mean there's hardly any port calls, and it's tough for those guys to be stuck on ship for that amount of time. But yeah, I did a pump with the 15th MEU. We just went to Kuwait that time. It was a booze cruise, so good experience. I mean, I got some good reps in as far as just being a Marine, and packing up a ship and getting off the ship and doing all that stuff. I mean, it was great experience. Then I went to, let me back up. Before that, 2006, I was in Iraq. That was my first deployment.
Where?
Al-Taqadim, Iraq. Yep.
I was in Ramadi in 2006.
Yeah, that's rough. Ramadi.
It was the Wild West out there, man.
Yeah, that was rough. But yeah, no, I was on Taqadim for the entire year, from February 2006 to February 2007.
Hey, were you there when Chuck Norris was in Taqadim?
I was.
So we were there, and the Cardinal girls were there as well too, right?
I don't know who that is, but I remember being very disappointed how soft Chuck Norris's hands were.
Oh yeah,
I was very disappointed. I don't know. I wanted to hurt me somehow when I shook his hand, but it was just like pillows. But yeah, and he promoted one of my buddies. So I had so when he was out there, there was also a 4-star general that was out there, and the 4-star general and Chuck Norris promoted my buddy to corporal. It was awesome.
No.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What are you doing, bro? Why are you grimacing?
I'm sorry. I'm sitting down on the floor, and I haven't done a cross-legged sit down in a long time, so it kind of hurts.
You're old and fat. Why are you sitting like that?
I am old and fat, and hopefully I will be changing that in the next 2 years.
I'm gonna get fatter in 2 years after the retirement.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll be retired in about 3, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Are you not going to go the master gunnery sergeant route?
I'm gonna say no right now, but I mean anything can change. No, like in 6 months, a year. I mean your life changes. So right now the plan, I'm focusing on cover grip right now. Possible IT jobs when I get out. My wife wants me to get out and get a good job for at least a couple of years doing the IT thing, but we'll see where cover grip is in a couple of years. It's taken off, doing fairly well right now. I mean, it's very early, but in 2 years from now, it could be something I can work on.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing cover grip? When did that
About a year. A little over a year. I mean, I had the idea for it early 2021 and started just doing like R&D stuff just for myself, just for my own cover. You want me to go into that? How that all started?
Yeah, we can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is your show, man. Talk what you
That's
want.
your show, man.
Sure. So I wanted something for my Marine Corps cover inside of my car. That was the original plan. Because when you're in your car, you put it on your dash and it slides all over the place and it falls on the ground. You put it on your seat and your friend sits on it, And for Marines, we want to keep our cover squared away. And I just wanted to be able to get in my car, put it down, get out of the car, pick it up, and just keep it squared away. So I come up with a couple of different ideas for like clips and stuff like that, but I didn't want to use two hands to try to, clip it. So I thought about magnets, and there's a pocket actually.
I was going to ask you if that pocket is originally there, or did you put that pocket in?
It's originally there. Yeah. So that pocket that's inside of there. Oh.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, you put your ID in there.
Not anymore, sir.
Not anymore?
But yeah, no, people do that. They put an ID.
Yeah, you put a hard, you make it stiff, and yeah. Right.
Exactly. So now that the cover grip, it does that. So it keeps it squared away, but it also has a magnet.
No way. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's another magnet, obviously on a piece of wood, but I mean for refrigerators, for quad cons, generators, metal doors, George, anything, right? Metal. So for my car, the original idea for the car, I put a magnet inside my car, and it worked fantastic. So I just take it off, put it on, take it off. Then I realized it sticks to everything, and then that's when I'm like, I'm gonna make a business out of this.
Wow.
And that's where I formed the LLC and started. I originally started with a 3D printer and did 100 prototypes. I just wanted to see if it was a silly idea. I mean, it's a little bit silly. I mean, it could be potentially a little gimmicky, but it caught on pretty quick. And
the little plastic things on your shoelaces are silly, but guess what?
No.
They got put on the island somewhere.
And I just wasn't sure. I don't think it's silly now. I think it's a great idea, but at the time I just wasn't sure. So we did 100 prototypes, created the LLC, blasted it out on social media, and they sold out. The Marines loved it. And it also fits in the Navy 8-point cover. So at that point, that's when I wanted to get away from the prototype 3D printing, and I went to injection molding. And so I got with an engineer to create a mold for us, and built up the social media in the meantime. And then finally now I can just pump out thousands if I need to. And now I'm just trying to build up the social media and just get it out there.
Oh, we'll definitely be pushing that out for you. Hell yeah.
I appreciate it. So it's been fun and difficult. I mean, trying to be a full-time Marine and a dad and all that kind of stuff, trying to balance all that stuff. I mean, there is no balance. I mean, it's just you don't sleep.
Do you have trademarking and all that stuff on there?
So I'm working on the trademark now. I have a provisional patent.
Patents and all that.
Yep. On the Marine Corps and the Navy cover grip, and then we're building a mold right now for the Army.
Wow, you have 6 million views on your TikTok.
Not bad.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
not bad.
Okay, so the TikTok thing, let me tell you about that. So I resisted TikTok. I'm a master sergeant. We don't have TikTok. That's for the Marines, for the young Marines, right? I have Facebook and Instagram, and I hardly know how to use it. I accidentally posted pictures of my daughter on my business cover grip Instagram. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew just to get it going and get it started, right? And then everyone told me, "You got to get TikTok, man. Just just go for it, get TikTok. So I did a video, the one that Jeff is talking about. So did the video, posted it on a Saturday night, and went to sleep. And then my first TikTok, first video, and it started going viral the next day.
Oh.
What was the video?
So it was a video of just like the practical use of the cover grip. I had one of my Marines, go around and just like he had the keys in his hand, and so he stuck the cover to the door so he can get the key. Took it off. Went in a room, left the room, took his blouse off to do some pull-ups, put it on the pull-up bar. Just practical use of the cover grip. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And I had no way to judge if that was good or not. I'm like, I think it's better than the 3 views and 3 likes that I get into my Facebook.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So can you monetize off of TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can.
I know that you can, but I don't even want to give you like a legitimate answer because I don't know. I think once you hit like 10,000 likes or followers or something like that, then you can monetize it. But I'm not sure. Yes.
Did you do that with your 6 million?
So I got 6 million views on one video. So my account itself, I don't even know what it's at. I think it's like 9,000 views or followers right now. So yeah, once it hits 10, you can monetize. But yeah, for that one video, you don't get anything.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but I know there's other ways to monetize just besides like views and stuff like that. So I'm still learning a lot about that stuff.
Yeah, I know nothing about TikTok.
Hey, Master, I'm in the same boat. I'm still trying to figure out Facebook. I will not use TikTok. No, not at all. Not this guy. I'll do Instagram. I'll do Twitter. I'll do LinkedIn, Facebook, but I will not do TikTok. I don't know why.
Well, and I know too, for me being in the IT field and cybersecurity, there's some other reasons why people don't like it. So I know that as well.
Yes.
But
yeah, I don't know if you know this, Ben, but when Jeffrey Sabin keeps on chiming in, which we love, by the way. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff and I served together way back in the day. Before he was a gunny, we were both corporals in the same AO, which I already mentioned, but he said that I don't need to mention that anymore because everybody knows where I was in 2006. So that's where we were there together. And I love Jeff, and I love him more than life itself. He's a great guy. He really is.
And
no, he is a great guy. No, he really is.
And Jeff loved ship life.
Yes, he did.
He loved it.
I can't remember what ship he was on, either the Gunston Hall or the Ponce, because we were on the 22nd Mew together as well.
Yeah. He said he hated it, and he got sick every single
okay.
Every single day.
Hey, I got sick once, but that was going from Rhoda home. I mean, that was horrible. That was terrible weather. Kearsarge. Yeah, I know, dude. I know, Jeff. I know. I was on the Kearsarge.
Okay,
oh,
so I see.
You were on the Kearsarge too.
Dang.
Got it. The big deck.
I was on the Peleliu.
You were on the what? The Peleliu?
Peleliu.
Did you cross? Did you cross the equator?
I did. I am a golden shellback, sir.
Golden shellback.
No, I'm a regular shellback, and Fleek is a regular shellback as well.
Yes.
I got hazed to get it too.
So did I.
Yeah.
Thank you, Navy. I can't do yoga because of you.
What year did you cross?
So I did mine in 2008.
2007 for me and Jeff.
Was the hazing still pretty good back then? I understand they don't really haze anymore.
I mean, so in 2022, it would be considered hazing. Like back then, though, did I feel like I was being hazed? No, I didn't. I mean, it was tradition. It was.
Hey,
fun.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. It was fun.
Now, the duck walking the entire ship over knee knockers, I didn't like that too much, but everything else was fine.
Yeah, I remember they put us in makeshift ships and it just poured like gross food on us.
Yeah.
Where I drew the line, so at the end they make you, so they got a fat sailor, and then they put something in his belly button or something like that.
Olive in his belly button.
And I'm like, you can keep your cert. I will not be a golden shellback. I'm not doing it. But I got my cert. Yeah.
No, I didn't have to do that. Now, we did eat green eggs and ham on the mess deck on our faces. That was kind of horrible.
You missed out. That olive was delicious.
Yeah, but you go way back, Fleek. You go way back.
Yeah, I did it in 1985.
Jeez.
So they find the fattest chief on the ship, and he's the guy that you have to eat the thing out of. Grab the belly button, and when you go in to get it with your, you have to grab it with your teeth, and then the chief would just grab your ears and just jam your face in his belly. It's disgusting.
Yeah, okay, I could do that.
But it is what it is.
But yeah, no, I work with Jeff too. He's a really good dude. Actually, the picture you guys have for your sponsor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know the story behind that picture?
No.
So I was there. I was there when that picture was taken. So
really?
Yep. So Jeff was doing there was a going away PT session for Jeff, right? So I was thinking, we're going to go for like a moto run, and then afterwards you have a plaque or something. And I knew him, but I didn't know him that well enough to have coordinated everything. I didn't know what was going on. But there was a going away PT session. So we show up as Boots and Utes, and they take us to like a wooded area, and it's a mud pit. It's just a huge obstacle course mud pit that his Marines had put on for him. So all the NCOs put on this like haze fest, basically. And you had teams, and so you went from station to station, and you had to do like you had to carry a water jug with your team, or some type of obstacle. And coincidentally, Jeff, every single obstacle he did, he failed and had to go back and go do it again. We know Jeff's a bad mother effer, right?
Yeah.
But his Marines were messing with him, obviously. And that picture was from that day of us getting hazed in the mud for his going away PT session. It was awesome.
That's a great picture. It captures his warrior spirit.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. He's been on our show a few times. He's one of the main sponsors. And he got shot in the head, even though he won't admit it. The dude got shot in the head, man. That's
crazy,
incredible. And then like he just downplays it. It's amazing.
Yeah, very, very humble dude.
Yeah.
When we had a Purple Heart show on August 7th, and I think Jeff and I think we spoke for like maybe 6 minutes each on how we got our Purple Heart. Everybody else had like 12 to 15 minutes. And I was like, damn, we should have said, I should have said more, but I didn't. He downplays it. I downplay it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think everybody on that show downplayed it.
Except for Al. But he had the right to talk as much as he did.
He went in depth. That was amazing. I love
that
story.
Was he an older guy?
Vietnam.
He was Vietnam, yeah. Vietnam Army officer, infantry officer. He did some crazy, crazy stuff. And he's the VFW commander, junior vice commander in chief of the entire VFW.
Oh wow.
He's a good dude. He'll be commander in chief in about 2 years. So he'll be running the whole VFW.
That's awesome.
When he was on the Purple Heart show, he said that his group they were a super intense firefight, but lasted like 4 days. And he has zero recollection of it. Like his brain just shut off. It was all muscle memory. Like to this day, he's like, I can't tell you what happened. The only thing I know is what my guys are telling me. I'm just like, we're just like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being back there in those wars. I mean, Vietnam, World War II, the Frozen Chosen.
Korea.
I mean, Korea. I mean, just thinking about the logistics. I mean, me being in Iraq, I kind of downplay it. I'm sure Jeff would downplay it. Everyone downplay if you're there, right? Yeah. But thinking back, the logistics that they didn't have to fight those wars, just getting food and being warm, being comfortable in any capacity, like just having no reprieve and still having to carry on and kick ass. These are badass dudes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, this
Hey.
this show's actually built on my my grandfather. When I was a kid, I was talking to my grandfather, who's a World War II veteran, and he fought with the Old Hickory 30th Division, and he was shot in the belly. He had a he had a big old scar right above his belly button. He was shot, and I'm just like, man, the shit that he saw. Every time I talked to him about the war, he would just start crying. And my grandfather was the strongest person I've ever met in my life. And for him to cry, 60, 80 years later, and for him to have been shot, like they didn't have, like today in Iraq or in Afghanistan, if you got shot, in 6 hours, you're in Germany getting treated,
Yeah.
And it's like, it could be weeks,
Yeah.
Just unbelievable, man. That's why we started this show, because I would go to American Legions and VFWs all across the country. Wherever me and my wife traveled, I'd always make sure I went to a post somewhere. And I would always find the old guy sitting at the bar and just like, hey, how you doing? My name's Richard, blah, blah, blah. And then just sit there and be in awe, listen to the stories. It's absolutely incredible. And I always thought to myself, man, these stories need to be documented, man. I sat and talked to one guy, American Legion. He was telling me how he shot the locks off a gate at Auschwitz.
Wow.
I'm just like, oh my God.
How old is that guy?
This was years ago. Yeah, this was years ago, and he was probably in his 80s back then. That's probably 10, 15 years ago, So that was quite a long time ago.
They are the greatest generation, so
I couldn't imagine shooting the locks off and just seeing these how these people,
prisoners.
Yeah, they're just like decimated.
Yeah,
that's hard.
I don't think I could handle that back then. No way.
And then they get out of the military and they have to go live a normal life. Like, how is that even possible? That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem, because when you're in it, you adapt fairly well, pretty quickly, and your brain does some pretty tricky things to you, while you're in it. I remember being just in Iraq and just driving down the road and huge potholes. And I remember this ID course they gave us. Hey, don't do this and don't do that. When I was driving down the road, all of those things they said, to watch out for, that's everywhere. It's all garbage. It's all holes. It's all whatever. And me being just young, and I just thought that I would never get blown up. And I didn't. I got really lucky. But I just pushed, and if you got shot at, you just pushed. And if you got rockets and mortar shot at you, you just pushed. It's not until you come back, you tell people stories, you're like, what? Like, what happened? And my stories aren't even that great. To hear those stories, to hear, Jeff's story, Combat Chaps, it's crazy. But yeah, to your point, like when you come back, that's the biggest, that's what really settles in. You got to deal with it.
Yeah. How do you live the rest of your life? The military, the government spends billions of dollars to take these 18-year-old kids, build them up for war.
Yep.
But when their time is up, they just, okay, here's your DD-214, see you later. Like they spend $0 on taking these warriors and putting them back into civilization.
Oh, my Steps and Taps was a joke, man. That was a week of nothing. Like I didn't learn anything like the week before I got out. So I don't know if it's changed. I don't know if it's gotten better. Master, you could probably answer that question.
They're always trying.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's a great answer.
I would say they're continuously they care. They care enough to keep trying, but trying to figure that one out is it's tough, And from your guys' seat, you get to see the guys coming out of the military, and you might even tell yourself, hey, what could we do to prevent that? That's me. I'm the guy still active duty in the military, and I'm the part of the leadership kicking these guys out. So I'm very cognizant of that while I have these Marines under my charge, and it's still difficult. Like being a leader in 2022 it's tough to, because there's so many different personalities. There's so many, Marines that come from different walks of life, different things they've experienced. And then to get them through the appropriate pipeline to get them out healthy, it's tough, but they care. The Marine Corps cares about it. I know DOD why they care about it. It's just it's a moving target, I'd say.
Yeah, I think when these people separate from the military, they should definitely promote the VFW and the American Legion, because there's a huge brotherhood there just waiting to accept these.
A lot of camaraderie that we need and we're looking for when we get out. We don't have that. I was isolated. Like all of my VA stuff, I had to do myself because I didn't know. And so the first 50% that I got, I did it on my own merits. And then I had to go get appeals and VSOs, and I'd pick up stuff like from time to time, but I could have learned all that stuff in steps and taps, but didn't have it for that week that I was getting out in 2008.
Yeah, so I'm right at my 2-year mark before I get out. Well, depending, we'll see what happens. But I'm actually going to go now and kind of see what they tell me early, and then maybe go back again.
Definitely. That is a really good idea, because I waited until I got out, 3 months after I got out, and that first disbursement, it took like 11 months for me to get 50%. So if you do it earlier the better. That's definitely a good way to go, sir.
Well, and they have so this isn't for mental health, well, maybe depending on how you look at it, but now they have a program called Skills Bridge. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So Marines now, they can sign up for it. I don't know if it's done other branches, but basically they can get out about, I think it's like 6 months early, depending on what the program is. And so they're still Marines. They're getting paid as a Marine, but they go work for Microsoft, or they go to a school or something like that.
I was just talking to one of my 3A guys, and he did that. He just got out, and he's in an internship right now.
Yeah, fellowship programs, internships. Yeah,
yeah.
Great. And then a lot of guys get hired on. Right out.
Yeah. Ben, I have a question. How often do you go back to Napa? Because I love Napa.
I go back probably once every 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think about once every 2 years. I think my parents might be watching this and might call me out for that. My grandma's like 90. She's in her 90s, and so I try to really go back and go see her. We're going to actually head up there the next couple weeks and go see her. So I definitely.
I have to say that I love the Oxbow Market in Napa.
Oxbow, I don't know what that is.
It's a big marketplace. It's got an oyster house. It's a food court, and it's very nice.
So I was born in Napa, but I left. My grandma's still there. My parents grew up there, but I left there when I was like 3 and grew up in
okay. Well, if you go to the Oxbow Market and get some oysters, because they are out of this world. Amazing.
Nice.
So when you retire, are you going back to Northern California, or are you going to stay where you're at?
It's totally dependent on where Cover Grip is, because Camp Pendleton's right here. So I'm going to be setting up booths there soon. There's like the vendor booths. You can go inside the PXs. So, if I have to work with Camp Pendleton closely, then I'm probably going to just stay close. And my wife works in the area, and then my kids go to school here. So, and we like the area. We like Marietta. We like Temecula. It's a good spot. Schools are great. Good food.
The weather's warm.
It's warm. It's warm.
It's
dry heat.
Northern California, it gets cold up there, cold and rainy.
Oh yeah, it's a totally different state up there. Kind
of sucks. When I first got my orders to Alameda, California, I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to California. And I get there and I was like, when's it going to warm up, man? It's cold. Cold, it rains every day. What the hell?
Yeah, you definitely get more seasons there.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, if I had a choice and I can move Cover Grip, I would definitely go be up there with my family. And the politics are a little bit different. Not to get into that, but
yeah,
I like it a little better up there. I spent 7 years actually in Virginia. That place was interesting.
I'm here right now. I'm here right now in Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm in Galax, Virginia right now. I was in Arlington yesterday for a wedding at some really nice Belmont Country Club. It was It's very nice. I married a captain. He just pinned on in the Marine Corps. He's one of our VFW guys, and he married a sweet girl. And I got to meet Major General Borg Schulte, who is the commanding officer of Manpower, which I guess is retention and recruiting for the Marine Corps. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think they're
So basically, they tell you where to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, not him specifically, but like that.
But that office, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I just remember being so humid there because I remember going fishing and I wanted to just be outdoor. It's beautiful. It is beautiful there, especially around Quantico, going to Prince William Forest Park, and it's also where I met my wife. So, I don't regret it at all. But it was just so humid. I remember trying to go outside. And the ticks were so bad, the mosquitoes were so bad. You get eaten alive going outside. So,
how long have you been married, Master?
9 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yep.
How old are your children?
My son, oldest, is 5. Then I got a 2-year-old daughter, and then I have a 5-month-old son.
Oh,
congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, we're having small kids and being full time in the Marine Corps still and running a business is tough to juggle.
Wow.
Yeah, but
I'm impressed.
You just gotta make the time. You just gotta stay up late. And I did quit college. I mean, I couldn't do all of it, but I just had to adjust my schedule and stay up late and get up early. Huh. Just make the time.
Damn.
Best I could. Yep. And then at work, I mean, it's kind of awkward too because the cover grip is for Marines, right? But I'm a master sergeant, so am I going to go and like, hey, Marines, bring it in? Let me tell you about it. Buy my cover grip, Yeah.
I think that would be a serious conflict of interest.
Totally. So at work, when I'm there, if someone asks me about it, I will talk about it. But I do not market it. I will potentially sell it to them, but I just have to tread lightly with that one.
Dude, I want one of those. Is there a website that we can go to?
Cover-grip.com.
Yes, www.cover-grip.com. On Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, it's at the official Cover Grip.
Okay. Hey, Fleek, I just wanted him to do that, man. I wanted him to give that out. Okay. I had a plan.
Thank you.
I really did.
You gave me a softball. Appreciate it.
How much does one of these cost?
$17.99 plus tax.
Not bad.
So you ever plan on going to Shark Tank with this thing?
Oh,
I would love.
Whoa.
I would love.
Whoa.
I would love to. But I don't know if it's a wide enough demographic currently. Yeah. However, we have plans to do. Once we get all the military branches, we plan on going to hats and to other stuff. It's not going to be. We're not going to be a one-trick pony. So we're going to expand. So if it got to that point, absolutely, I would.
So when you say we, who's on your team?
Currently, me, and then the guy that does all the prints at Allied Plastic, does the injection molding. He's a partner.
Gotcha.
Recently, we brought him in.
Yeah.
So his name is John. Good dude. So yeah, it was tough when I first launched this. I had all kinds of people trying to be investors and wanting to get in on it, but to be honest, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know what would be a good partner. And John, from the very beginning, from the moment I stepped through his office, he tried to help me from day one with, no agenda whatsoever, just asking us what we're trying to do. And so as we developed our relationship, and I had told him no like 3 times. I said, no, John, I can't do it. No, John, I can't. Only because I was scared. I just didn't know what I didn't know, And then eventually I recently brought him on. And it made me feel good that he is a part of the team. And he's a great contribution.
Was he in the service also?
What's that?
Was he in the service also?
No. Mm-mm. No. Huge supporter, though. I mean, you would think just talking to the guy, all the shirts he wears is all military stuff. You would think he was, but Yeah, no, never served in the military.
Yeah, well,
Yep. Another big supporter, the biggest supporter, really is Jeff Savins and his whole team. For those guys, I mean, from the moment I started my social media, they were pushing cover grip, full bore, So it was awesome to have those guys and working with those guys. And Jeff, I mean, breaking down all the numbers and everything he knows business wise is freaking fantastic. The whole
He's
team.
wicked smart.
yeah, those guys are they're go-getters, man. He has a great team over there.
Yeah, he does.
Yes. And every time I talk to Jeff, I'm like, there's a moment, I go like this, right? Where I'm like, ooh, I'm smarter. Okay, now I'm stupid. Yeah. Okay, I'm smart. Okay, I'm stupid. Like, and normally it balances out, at the end. But yeah, he knows his shit.
Damn, Jeff makes me feel like that all the time too, man. Like just like this all the time. Like he put me up here, and then he's like, "Okay, you need to come down because your head is getting too big."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can always rely on Jeff to bring me back to reality.
Yeah, he's not shy about it. He'll tell me, "Hey, I'm gonna punch you in the face." I'm like, "All right, man. All right, bro, go for it. Hit me." Yeah, good dude. Yeah, and all the stuff that I don't know, that's where they're kind of just filling in the cracks for me with the business stuff.
I'm building something for Jeff right now. I'm gonna put this in his yard.
Yeah,
nice.
buddy.
That's
So
awesome.
you can see where the Marines are have their hands up. There's gonna be an American flag pole with the American flag sticking out, so it looks like it'll look legit as hell.
Nice job, Blake.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I'm doing that right now.
Do you make those?
Yes. So I started a nonprofit a couple of months ago, and that was my goal, is to build these and put them in the yard, my subdivision. So if you're a veteran, I was going to do that, either that one or a kneeling soldier.
Battle cross,
yeah, with the battle cross. So, but I make them out of 4x8, 5-ply plywood. Well, in the last 2 years, these plywood used to be you could buy it for $20. Now they're $75, $80. So it kind of put a damper on my plans. So I'm still, slow but sure making these.
Cost of goods everywhere went up. My magnet doubled. I'm actually looking for. I've had a shift where I get my cost of all my materials from a couple different times just because of that. I mean, but it's still going up no matter what. But the original manufacturer I had for my magnets, they doubled.
The dude puts in work every chance he gets. Hey, there you go. Spoken from the God right there.
Yep.
It drives my wife crazy.
Yeah.
On some days, cover grip's a curse word in our house.
I think your wife should have known that when she married a Marine, because Marines do not stop.
Yeah, my wife is so supportive. She stays up late with me, so I have my my packaging. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
But, so she'll stay up late with me and say, "How many orders you got? Okay, let's do it. Let's bang it out." And even for me, it'd be 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, "All right, babe, I'm kind of tired." She's like, "Nope, you got 15 more. You're gonna get it done." So she's super supportive. It's just when I'm supposed to be making macaroni and cheese and I'm, trying to post a video, she's.
So you package them all yourself right there at your house?
I do. So I'm thinking about moving to something else, but we're working on that.
Yeah.
Yep. One step
Dude,
at a time.
dude, you are doing it, Master Sergeant. You have a great story, man. I've really enjoyed hearing everything that you've been doing for the past 18 years.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
It's
been a fun ride.
It's pretty awesome. I think we're probably gonna wrap it up because Combat Chaps, he gave me
I gotta get some sleep. I gotta get up at 05 and drive 4.5 hours. But then I want to say it's been a pleasure. You are doing yourself proud. You're doing our country proud, and you're helping those veterans out. with a little magnet, which I'm going to buy a couple of them tomorrow. As soon as I get home, I'm buying one of your magnets. I swear.
I got it for you. All right.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Are you gonna put
You
them on?
too, man.
Can you put them on Amazon?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking into if it's feasible, fees and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking into different avenues.
You take a
Yep.
cut.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, and Jeff told me that. I actually hit those guys up. So
Oh yeah.
Okay.
about it.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for giving us 18 years of your life to our beautiful country. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Thank you, gents. Appreciate it.
Have a good
And
one.
thank you to Proven Valor Professionals for sponsoring this show. Thank you, Jeff Savins.
Yes. And like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, people. We could use some support also.
And hey, Fleek, aren't we up for some kind of award or something?
I forgot. I was going to bring that up, man.
I know that, dude. That's why you got me to remind you.
Thank you, sir. So we are up for Veteran Podcast Award, 2 different awards through Broken Jarhead. First one is overall best veteran podcast and also best
Navy podcast.
Navy podcast.
Congrats.
So, thank you. The links are all over our social media. Please go out there, vote. You can vote every day up until September something. It's coming up soon.
I think it's September 1st.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Even if we don't win, it's great to be acknowledged with the podcasts are out there. We've only been doing this for a year. We're already up for this award. So I love it. I love what we do. We do this every Sunday. Even sometimes I dread going up to my man cave on Sunday because all I want to do is just lay on the couch and watch TV. But once I start the interview and I start talking to these guys, man, it just pumps me up. These guys' stories, they're amazing. 18 years in the Marine Corps, that's
it's a feat. And it's funny, man. You started in 2004, and I'd be a master sergeant right now, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you came in 2003, you said?
I'm an 0331.
Okay, but you came in 2003, 2003?
I came in 2004, September.
2004. Yeah, St. Mary's, man. Okay.
June 21st, 2004 was when I came in.
Okay.
Chaps is a ding dong, man. He had a bachelor's degree when he joined. He could have just went in as an officer, but no, he had to be a grunt.
I was 26 when I went to boot camp. Okay, I was the oldest, dumbest, smart kid that my drill instructors had ever seen. But you know what? I loved every minute of it. Karma, Ramadi, 22nd Mu. I loved it. And I'd do it again in a heartbeat if the Marine Corps would take me back. But you guys won't, because you told me that when I tried to go with AAVs in Albany, Georgia. They said, nah, we're good. I'm like, damn.
You can't even sit Indian style right now.
Dude, it hurt. Hey, dude, please, you have no idea about the positions that they put us in for shooting. Okay, this hurts right now. This is killing me. Hey, Master, you remember that in boot camp, right?
With the different positions or what?
You remember that position where you're sitting on your ankle?
Oh, yes. Yes.
For like hours.
I'm convinced my ankles are messed up from that. The doctors.
That is like torture.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You try and get up. You try and get up, and your foot is asleep. Your legs asleep. I mean, you can't even move. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. That's exactly.
They changed a lot on the ranges now. The rifle range and PFT since you got out, night and day.
Yeah. I know the CFT. Yeah, I hear stories about the CFT, and they actually asked me to do one before I got out, and I was like, "No, I will not do that. I'm not going to do a CFT."
We can do it now. We can set it up for you. We can do it now.
I can walk. Right now, I walk and I erg, and that's it.
Will you let me know? I'll hook you up. You and Richard.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I will. Well, hey, you guys take it easy, and thank you for your story, Master Arn. We loved hearing from you.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
no problem. Thanks, guys.
Take care, guys. See you guys next Sunday.
All righty.
Peace.